Welcome to Center Parc Stadium in Atlanta, home to the Georgia State Panthers. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Jose State Spartans, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, And the Spartans will put toe to leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Georgia State Panthers offense will go on the attack first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Looking to throw. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw, it's McDaniel. It's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Got it in the middle, it's Grove. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Carr. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. He's looking to throw. Wideout trying to get it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. They're able to make the stop, but not before Georgia State has a first down. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Handoff to the single running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking downfield on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point splits the uprights. An 84-yard drive there. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He's past the 30. They finally get to him. The what a play there to pick up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Scanning the field, it's McDaniel. Throws to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half. After the incompletion, they go back up top. On the move and looking deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Atlanta. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Park Stadium.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense to start a drive 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal.
On the field goal.
Just drives it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Final play of the quarter coming. Gonna run it. It's Carr. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. We've reached the break. Georgia State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's McDaniel. He's going to run it. Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll go to the air, setting up the screen. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Grab near the marker. It's Rowe. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got the quick pass.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, San Jose State. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Alabama.
On the run, it's Robinson.
Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gonna swing it on second down. He's taking the deep shot. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's McDaniel. Caught close to the marker, it's Grove. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working.